Oh, yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of BeawCast.
Oh, yeah.
And we're on episode 10 through 30.
Yes.
It's one of those numbers, isn't it?
I always do this in all my videos. Like
Yeah.
when it's my day to vlog.
Yeah.
I'm always showcasing like something that I bought or like a sequence of things, and I'm like, oh, here's the first thing, here's the second, and then after the third, I'm like, I don't know what number I'm on anymore, but I do it every single time where I have. Oh, you do it too.
Only when I was vlogging, I don't do the thing that was there. I do the time I've done it. So I'm like, this is my second time eating Italian pizza.
And
this
then
is
I come
my
on-
third time eating Italian pizza.
I probably come in and side bust. No, it's not.
Yeah. You always gotta bust my. Why do you? That's the real question. Why do girlfriends, significant others, wives, get your ass low. Why do they have to bust balls of their men?
Because we just like to call out the bullshit.
But
it's like,
why can't the bullshit just fly?
You don't let my bullshit fly.
All the time.
No, give me an example of a bullshit you let fly.
Like if you're like, oh, I'm not hungry. I'm like, okay, cool, you're not hungry, whatever.
Yeah, fucking
Or if you're
right.
like, oh, I'm so stuffed. Even though I know, like, if someone held a gun to your head, you could probably eat another cheesecake. I'm just like, whatever, yeah, it's fine.
Oh, that doesn't even sound like you right now. For you to go, oh, whatever.
No,
and then
in
roll
my
your eyes. You
brain,
don't
in
even
my
know how
brain. No, in my brain, I go, oh, so whatever. But then I was like, oh, okay, sweetie, yeah.
Sweetie.
Yeah.
Sweetie. Okay, then it must be true. When
Yeah.
you call me sweetie, it must be true.
Duh.
Let me show you the amount of times that you've called me sweetie in our relationship. This many. 0.
Yeah, so I don't bust
Fucking liar.
your balls. I don't
All
bust
the
your vag.
time.
What do I do to bust your balls?
You bust my balls all the time.
What do I do?
I mean, there's just a number of videos out on the internet right now.
Yeah, but when you're making content, right, of course, like, you're trying to make things juicy, so it's fun to, like, poke at each other. I'm talking about in real life.
When do I bust your balls in real life?
All the time.
Give me an example.
I'll be with, like, David. I'm like, like me, David, and you. And they're like, man, I fucked that fool up. And then you're like, no, it was because the dog just laid on its back. You didn't kick the dog in the stomach.
Oh, so then what you're basically asking me is, why do I call you out on your bullshit?
Yeah, because I let your bullshit fly all the time.
No, but by bullshit, I mean lies. So why do I call you out
Like
on your
white
lies?
lies. Like, you know when you tell people, like, how long does it take you to get ready?
30 minutes.
Exactly. That's a lie, right? It takes you like 2 hours, like a real time to get ready, shower your head, your body, shower your vag, face. Like, all of that stuff is like 2 hours. But when you tell people 30 minutes, I'm just in the back going, that's it.
No, you don't.
I go, sweetie.
Okay, I think we bust our balls in different ways.
Okay. But I don't, so like, I know it's bullshit, but I just let it fly. Like, who cares?
I do too.
No, you don't, because I'll tell David or Joe or someone, and then, like, or even in the videos and the vlogs all the time.
Oh, in
like,
the vlogs, you just did it because we're creating content.
yeah, but they have no reference to what's going on, so they're just gonna take it for face value.
Okay, baby, what do you want?
What I want to know is, why do you bust balls when I don't bust balls?
You know why?
Why?
Right now, I was busting your balls the whole time, and I like it.
Why?
I like it because you look so cute and shit, and you get all like all emotional about it, like, oh, why you gotta do this on me all the time? And it's so cute to see you all squirmy and shit.
So that's why you want to bust balls?
Yeah, I think that's why all girls. Yeah, because guys, they have like this rough exterior, right?
Yeah.
And like we like to push buttons to get different emotions out because all we get is this like rough exterior type of emotion.
Yeah, we're cardboard.
And it's not every single guy. It's not a generalization that I'm making.
Yeah.
But for the men in our friend circle, you guys are rough around the edges, like super fucking rough, like ouch, right?
I feel like every single relationship I've ever met, every girl busts their guy's nuts. And yeah, we might be more rough around the edges, but smoother guys get with smoother women. And so I think still relatively and proportionately, they still bust them. And then even rougher dudes get with even more rougher girls. They still bust them.
I think you guys just like it and you guys just want us to keep doing it. So the response that we get out of it, if you guys really cried and it really bothered you, we would probably back off. But
when would a guy really cry about something though?
And I don't mean like when they complain like, hey, you know what? That really hurt my feelings or whatever. Then we're like, oh shit, my bad. Let me tweak it.
When would a guy really ever say that?
A lot of the times.
Really?
You don't say it because you're not an expressive person, but a lot of guys would. Like imagine our friend Steve. He would do it. He would be like, hey, you know that one time that you said that really hurt my feelings? David has said that.
And then the next day it becomes a joke.
No, it's not.
Okay, so on Steve on JK News, I've literally seen it go down like this.
He's made her cry
Yeah.
too, so it goes both ways.
Him and Nikki going back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, both people are equally guilty.
Yep.
Then Nikki pulls a trump card because she knows it, right? And it was his balding issue. So like your fucking hair, whatever, right? And then you just see Steve go, "That's the first time it's ever been mentioned on camera." Oh, right? And he took
This
it.
is the second.
He took it like a champ.
No, he won't.
No. Like he took it. He went down though. He went down like Oscar De La Hoya when he fought Bernard Hopkins, like the liver shot. He fucking dropped to the floor and stayed there. I've never seen Steve take it like that. But immediately the next day, he's clowning on himself for his balding.
So wait, what's your point?
So what I'm saying is, for us dudes in this circle, we can get clowned on, but it becomes a joke. I don't really know that many dudes that really, really take their girl aside and like that really hurt my feelings.
You've done that to me where you're like, yeah, I've made a comment. I can remember it, but I'm not going to say it on camera.
Why? Because it hurt my feelings again?
Yeah, because it's some deep shit. And then I've said it. And then you were like, hey, Ma Bear, just to let you know, like that one really hurt me. And I'm like, oh, shit, my bad.
Oh, fine.
Yeah. I mean, we both do it.
I don't even remember what it is now.
Oh, I won't forget because it hurts you.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I care about you that much that I remember when you tell me that.
Thank you then.
Yeah, that something hurts you. And I'll
Fine.
bring it up after. But we both bust our balls.
I never bust your balls.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When do I bust your balls in front of? So this is the trope. This is the quintessential thing, right? A group of dudes shooting the shit. No room for females to be in the mix. Yeah, I fucked them up, fucked them up, fucked them up, fucked them. And then the girl comes. Oh, you mean that one time when you picked on that guy in the wheelchair? It's like, why'd you have to say that when it never happens with girls? Girls and their
we
girlfriends.
Want to keep you guys accountable.
Girls and their girlfriends, they never go, oh, that one time we went Cancun, we in those hills, like, and they're like just talking each other up. You'll never hear a dude come out of nowhere and be like, bitch, those heels look like they're gonna burst.
Yeah, because you guys don't want to have a bad day.
But what I'm saying is, so how come
we're the president,
how come girls can come and bust dudes' balls like that, and you never find dudes going to busting girl balls like that?
I don't know. That's just the way God wanted things. All right. I don't know.
So
I don't know what your answer is. I don't know what
If you like this video, don't forget this. That's the end. That's your solution. There's no other explanation that you can explore.
No. Well, you know why there's no other explanation? Because
Why?
you refuse to acknowledge that you also bust balls. Not in the same way, but you bust balls.
What's the guy equivalent of busting balls?
I mean, you guys call us out, but in different ways is what I'm saying.
Because that's what I'm talking about. Girls call guys out when they're with the group of guys. They're just talking it up, and you get hype, and sometimes the story gets exaggerated, you know. And then with the girl group, girls talk each other. They get all hype, but guys don't go out of their way to.
I think that's the difference right there. We don't talk about shit and hype it up in a way that's unrealistic. Like, when have you ever heard a girl be like, "Yeah, I fucked this and I did this," and like, what do we like? No, we don't do that.
Yeah, they do.
Give me an example.
They do it not so. Guys will be, I think guys naturally, since we're testosterone driven, so there's more testosterone based hyping, right? Yeah, fuck them up, or fuck that bitch, or fucking drink that beer like it was nothing. But for girls, it's more estrogen driven, right? Like, oh, you look so good. Now you look like a fucking model. Now you look like a fucking model. And then it's like,
but it's a different.
Look at that fucking fuchsia on his fucking eyeliner. It looks so crazy.
But these are compliments. So what your example, they're completely different. Because for the guy one, you guys are lying.
Yeah, but the girls could be lying. All those girls could be all 2 out of 10s. And what they really should be saying, girl, you look pretty ugly. I don't know if this makeup's going to work on you.
That's fucked up.
It is. But I'm just saying girls get hype in a different way, and they're getting hype in their way, right?
We do, but we're not lying the way guys do.
You are.
That's probably why you can't call us out.
No, if the girl is
because we tell the truth all the time.
If the girl is a 2 out of a 10, and you're like, oh, girl, fucking got it. You're such a snock.
Okay, can I explain that then?
That's lying.
Because that's how you interpret it. Maybe we see her a 6 out of a 10, and that night, because of what she's wearing and her makeup, it looks like a 6 when she's normally like a 4. So she does look good, and we are telling her the truth.
But that's what I'm saying. So you guys are just stretching it estrogen style. We stretch it testosterone style. But maybe I didn't fuck that guy up. Maybe I just pushed him with my hands. But at the end of the day, I felt like I owned him, so I'm just flexing on the testosterone. But I don't go. No guy goes to that group and go, "You bitches are ugly." Tell the truth, you know. Like no guy does that.
But I don't think any girl does that either.
Girls,
That's a different type of ball busting.
Girls,
maybe I'm not understanding
what
you,
I'm
but
saying
it just
is,
sounds so different.
or girls,
to me.
okay, so girls maybe even estrogen style, right? Like they're like emotional, like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened to me, and then they're like, oh my god, fuck UCLA, they should accept you. They don't know what their mess say. Oh my god, yeah, why do you want to go to that school? So there's like that very like this, you're stretching. Like UCLA doesn't fucking need you. They get like 40,000 applicants a year.
Yeah,
you know. But the way, so the girls hype it up based off of emotion, estrogen, that girl shit that I don't really understand. But it is also pulling the.
I love hearing you try to break down some girl.
But it's
shit.
also stretching the story out, and the guys don't. You don't hear any guys going there.
But you hear the differences in your examples, right? Every example that you're giving me is a girl trying to hype a girl up.
Yeah.
In your example, it's just a dude lying to his friends about shit that he did not do.
Okay, same example then. Yeah, man, I got into a fight, and then the friend goes, "Oh yeah, you fucked him up." You know, same thing. He doesn't have to lie about his own thing. His friend can hype him up. Like, yeah, you fucked him up. You fucking beat his ass.
Yeah, then when in that example does a girl come in and like side bust?
Then, for example, you would probably come in, no, he did it. He was this close to getting his ass beat.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that sounds very real.
It does, actually. It sounds very real. However, it just, I mean, I guess it's hard for me to understand where you're coming from. Because for me, I'm like, yeah, if you called me out on my shit, then I'm like, I deserve it. And I'm not going to get all butthurt about it. You know what I mean?
But we don't even do that, though. We have that. We got
because
that
you don't
honor.
Have
we have that honor to like let you girls, because we know you guys need a vibe. So we're like, you girls vibe, go have fun. No dude's gonna come and mess with you guys.
I don't know. You side busted on this one for me, but I just feel.
Oh, which one?
Right now, what we're talking about. So I don't feel like. So this sounds like an issue that you've been carrying on your back for quite some time. You know, like it's been marinated. On your mind.
No. This is really just off the dome. Like I just thought about. We're just talking. I was like, wait.
It probably is off the dome, but subconsciously you've been getting your balls busted. You're like, owie, that hood.
Like for
owie,
probably,
that hood. And then you're like, why did she do that this time? So you've been carrying it on. Where for me, I haven't been thinking about
like,
this.
For example, you and all the girls, right? You, Bose, Jess, Christina, Julia, Tiff, Nikki.
You named everyone. Yes, Gina.
You guys have Gina. You guys have a private girl chat, right?
Yes.
What is it called?
Why? Host space.
I'm not trying to trap you. I'm just having a straightforward conversation.
Host space.
Okay, yeah, I'm not trying to trap you. Okay. In there, I'm sure you guys talk each other up in different ways on different subjects, on different emotions.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So guys do the same thing, but we don't have that in a chat. We do that in real life. So when we do that in real life.
No, you don't. I always hear you tell David how he's a bitch.
What?
Me don't use the word bitch, but you're just like, come on, David, you're so lazy. You don't work. Like you don't hype him up like in a positive way.
Well, that one I'm hyping down.
That's all I ever hear you guys do though, hype down. I've never heard you and your circle of friends be like, man, that was really good, dude. Yeah, good job, bro.
I do tell Dave, you lost so much weight.
What?
There's vlogs out there of me telling David, wow, I'm so proud of you. You lost so much weight.
That doesn't even sound like you. You never say shit like that in front of his face.
You want me to text David right now?
Let's FaceTime him.
Oh my God, dude. This is so crazy.
Of course he's going to have your back, though.
He's not even, this guy doesn't even have an iPhone. He's not going to answer
your FaceTime. Oh, true. Forget it.
No, I'm gonna do it. I can't believe it's this is oh my God. This is so crazy.
The ongoing joke is that you're always making, he doesn't have an iPhone, that you always make fun of him.
Then how do I do this? There's got to be a way.
There's not. He's a green bubble now.
Okay.
We've lost him.
Well, I'm going to call him then.
Oh. He ain't even your friend. You ain't even got his number, you liar.
Did he give out the number publicly?
I don't know.
You weren't listening? What did it say?
No, I was just talking shit to you. I don't know. I was busting your balls.
We're going to have to beep his number if it came out. But let me try to call again.
Look what kind of a friend you are. He gave you a fake ass
No,
number.
okay. Well, I have said positive things, but all I'm saying, so you get the concept, right? Guys talk each other up, girls talk each other up, and how come guys don't go there and then girls have to come and bust guy balls? That's all. That's all. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this.
I don't know. It's a phenomenon, all right? I don't know what you want from me because we keep saying two different things. So I'm saying no, you're saying yes. You give me this whack ass example. I give you another example, like, and then I just don't get you. So I don't know. I don't know why we bust it. For me, I can only answer for myself. I bust your balls because
yeah.
yes, I bust your balls because at times when the setting, when it's appropriate, then I'll bring it in because I just think it's funny and it's going to be for a funny laugh.
Yeah.
And I know you don't care.
Yeah.
So that's why I'll bust your balls because it'll be things that I know you're not sensitive about. And lucky for me, you're not sensitive about a lot of things. Another reason why I bust your balls is because it's just cute.
Why is it cute?
To see you squirm and stuff. Like it's just a different emotion that I get out of you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to piss you off because I'm like, oh, okay.
You do that on purpose? You actually piss me off?
He cares. I mean, this sounds twisted and so psychotic.
It
but,
does.
But no, I don't get you pissed on purpose.
I feel like girls do this all the time, but keep going.
Oh, another thing?
What?
What do we do all the time?
Like I've heard Nikki or even Jess say that where like they're in the middle of argument, right? And the literal like nuclear bomb switch is now passed to them. And they have the choice of, should I press it and escalate the argument to the next level? Or should I put it away and keep it where it's at? And girls have purposely gone, fuck it. And then someone fucking throws the fucking table over.
We're petty as fuck. No,
That's
I think
the truth.
I think for me, well, I don't know, but I think for me, at least in the past, when our relationship wasn't so good, I just needed an emotion out of you. I needed to know that you cared about me.
I love you like crazy.
Thank you. But yeah, I mean, when we were in a bad place, I think subconsciously that was a way that I knew that you cared about me. Cause I'm like, oh shit, you're this passionate about this. Then okay, cool. I get it. I got an emotion out of you and I got you to be vulnerable in a unfortunate negative way. Yeah. But no, I can't even remember the last time we fought. When was the last time we fought? That's tight.
That is tight.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we haven't fought in a long time, which is really good.
That's really good. You've been putting up with a lot of my shit.
Oh.
I know you do. I know you really do. You're a fucking awesome dude.
I am. Thank you. Thank you.
And that's the show, everybody.
Thank you for the record. Thank you for the record.
I tell you.
Do you really think I'm an awesome dude?
Absolutely. I tell you this all the time.
You know you're a...
I'm a hard person to be with.
Yeah, you're like...
You know what I used to tell all my boyfriends before I got... What? Before I got with them?
What?
So first of all, I hated going, not I'd hated, but I would never go on dates.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I got to get to know you first. So for me
that's what a date is, isn't it?
But I just didn't want to go out. I didn't want to give them my time like that.
So how do you get to know them without going on a date?
It was either at school, in between classes, or they'd come to my workplace. Like I would never go out with them, right? And then I would be like,
Is this high school or college?
Both.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, all right, dude, just to let you know, if you're going to get with me, this is some fucking self-destruction type shit. Like, you're going to hate it.
Why would you say that?
Because I just know I'm a difficult person. And I just always felt like...
How do you know you're a difficult person? You fought with yourself before?
I think you're never in your own head. I was in my own head a lot.
I'm in my own head right now.
Yeah. So, but I was in my own head like all the time to where I would even have arguments with myself. Because I'm like, damn, why are you like this? Or like...
So you know you're a bitch.
Am I a bitch still?
You've been much better. But there are times where like...
Yeah,
like,
I'm moody,
Because to me, the bitch... a bitch is when the nuclear device comes out. I think everyone's been a bitch. Even dudes, right? They like even like, we get in an argument.
Oh, yeah.
And I know like... When you have the mental clarity to be the bigger man.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not letting this go. I'm being a bitch too. Like anybody's being the bitch. Everyone's been a bitch before.
Yeah. I mean, you just said it so sharply. That kind of cut a little bit.
I'm sorry. I love you.
Okay, thank you. Why did you call me a bitch? Oh, so
Oh, that
you're
you know.
like,
Yeah, even you know.
of course. I mean, who doesn't know that they're a bitch, right? I guess a lot of people
So
don't
you're
know.
arguing with yourself, and both people have the nuclear buttons, and you're like, fuck you, boom, boom, boom. And I was like that.
I've only had, other than you, I only had one other boyfriend that like really fought back. But other than that, it was usually me being the dominator. Oh yeah, but I would just be like, yo, dude, like, I'm not an easy person to be with, you know? So I'm like, are you sure you want to do this? All right, it's gonna end bad for you. But
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I know I'm a hard person. I think I know
guys are dumb, huh? Because even after you said that, a lot of guys are still like, oh, okay, I won't try.
Yeah, I mean, I got you, didn't I?
Yeah.
I don't think I told you that though. But
I'm an angel, so it's easier to deal with like demons.
Yeah, you are pretty angel. You're an angel, but you have your demons for sure. You do.
That's true.
Yeah, you're a wild one. But I knew I was a difficult person just because, you know my mom. My mom's she's a very soft person.
Yeah.
And she's very emotional. So I can see her, like, I can see all her phases of like getting pissed at me and frustrated and then ultimately sad and then giving up. And like for me, I'm not the person that gives up. Like if I'm going for something, I'm gonna fucking push. I'm gonna push. Unlike with you, like you push harder than I do. But my mom, I would see me push her into this corner and her just like give up. And I'm like, damn.
I don't even push that hard.
What? David even told you that you've pushed him to, no, Joe, he learned that about you, that you're a pushy person. But,
pushy person. Yeah, I'm a pushy person. I didn't know.
What did you hear?
I thought you mean like someone that pushes themselves. Like, you could do it. You could do it.
No. Like, the emotional part, like where you corner people.
Yeah.
That's how I knew I was a difficult person.
I'm a pushy person, but I don't know that I am.
Oh, that's even worse then. But I knew I was that way.
Yeah.
So that's what I meant. That's how I knew I was a difficult person.
So you knew you were pushy. And you knew you would like, you don't really like to compromise and you like to put your agenda forward.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that it was me not wanting a compromise. I just thought like, wait, this is how wild it was. Like, I'm like, this is the right way. Like, this is the way that it makes the most sense. Why don't you get that? Yeah.
One thing I learned from writing with Steve that I thought was so dope is, like everyone has their agenda, especially when you're in the creatives, right? Like, so for example, in our writing group, it's me, Casey, Joe, Steve.
Yeah.
And all of us have a different sense of comedy. That's already one layer of difference.
Yeah.
And the second thing, we all have different favorite movies.
Yeah. Like
Steve loves the traditional 90s Die Hard type movies. He loves Heat. He loves just like manly men like movies. Casey, he loves Coen Brothers, where it feels like it's plotless, goes nowhere. Joe, I don't know what he likes. I think he likes TV shows a lot.
Yeah.
He likes dark stuff.
He doesn't seem like a movie person.
Yeah. He doesn't seem like it because he also doesn't watch movies over and over again.
Yeah.
For me, I like Tarantino and Nolan. So we all are different. And so when we're writing, because we have our own bias, we're always trying to put forth different ideas. And what's really cool about Steve is he's always behind the truth of it.
So can I have an example?
So, like, for example, like, let's say there's a comedic scene. Like, let's say between guy and girl, for example. Guy and girl, and the comedic scene is the girl busting the guy's balls.
Okay.
Right?
We're not going to let that go, huh?
No, it's just this example here.
I'm kidding.
You know how hard it is to pull examples out of your ass. So, girl busting a guy's balls.
Yeah.
Steve, knowing the diehard guy, he might be the guy that comes in with like Bruce Willis telling a story. The girl busts the guy's balls, and Bruce Willis like, huh, and then like throws the toothpick over there, and that might be, I don't know. We find comedy in that. In Casey's scene, it might be a girl and the guy, and they're both from Minnesota, and they're like, yeah. It just seems like aimless, like Coen Brother like dialogue, right? Joe, and if it comes to comedy, he like slapstick, so they might just be slapping each other all day. You slap me, slap you. For me, I think I'm probably one of the more heartstringy type guys in the group, so I might want a more rom-com comedic scene, right? Steve, before he puts his die-hard idea forward, he'll always go, okay, wait a second, we got multiple ideas here. What is our movie about?
Gotcha.
Our movie is it drama? Is it action? Is it rom-com? What is it? Because depending on the type of movie, the scene is gonna play out. A love scene is different. Like in Fast and the Furious is different than a love scene in
Fast and the Furious.
flick.
They're jumping out of a car that's flying off of a bridge, and
Yeah.
then they hug each other in the air.
Yeah, and then like right before a car is about to explode, she tells him he's pregnant or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then so they're all different, and then we'll find all those out, and then we'll go, well, it seems like, hey, I think it's Casey's idea, or it's Joe's idea, or it might be his idea.
That's
So-
really cool.
So that's what I really like about Steve, where he's always after the truth,
Yeah.
more than his own idea. And I'm like, man, that's really, really cool. So I really enjoy working with Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did we bring up Steve?
I think I was just we were talking about about like, you know how you're pushy, I'm pushy.
Oh, the compromise. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
even realize. I just thought that that this is the right way that I so happened to figure out.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, why don't you get it?
Yeah. So for me, I'm pushing my agenda,
Yeah.
but because I think it takes like a more mature person with a lot of insight
Yeah.
to be able to know what your agenda is, but also know other options. Because I think
Yeah.
like online these days, you know how it's what is it called? They call it like outrage culture now. Like if you're left, you have to believe in all these. If you're right, you have to believe in all these.
Yeah.
And then so now one person says one thing that turns into a fucking fight, and they think they both think they're the truth.
Yeah.
That just shows a lack of wisdom, because the
Yeah.
truth is actually somewhere here, and not even considering this median and option.
Yeah.
You're not going after the truth. You're just going based off what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. A part of me kind of just, and this is a very small part of me, and I never really thought about this, but I'm like, damn, I wish I would have dated more.
Me too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I wish I would have dated more and fucked more.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Why? What's your reason?
I think so. Like, I feel. I mean, it's a two-edged sword, where like
Double-edged sword.
double-edged sword.
Yep.
That's why you're the marketing.
What am I?
I mean, you majored in marketing.
Yeah, like 10 years ago.
Oh, fine.
Maybe even longer than that. Let me
Fine.
see. Yeah, 10 years ago. Damn dog. Ooh.
Well, so for me, I've only had I don't know how many girlfriends, maybe 4 or 5 girlfriends, maybe 4 or 5 partners. I don't know, around there. So I think for me, because of that, I think like in a relationship, not only do you need to know who you are, hopefully, you also want to know who you are in a relationship, and you also want to know who you are in a relationship with different types of people.
Yeah.
I think that's why, like, when those people, they're like 50 or 60, they date for like 3 weeks and they go, yeah, we'll get married. Because they
Been
know,
there, done that.
They already know, yeah, I think the girl that's a pushover that's going to say yes to me and everything seems like it's good. But 3 years down the line, this other thing's going to explode.
Yeah.
Or like the other guy that's like, oh, I love girls that fight back. But then, 3 years down the line, that explodes. You kind of have to go through a lot of people. And because I haven't dated that much, I did all of that discovery with you. And we've had a lot of heartache back and forth.
Yeah.
And I guess I wished I knew who I was more by myself as a person, know who I was in a relationship. And
But you were single for so long.
Yeah.
So what do you mean know about?
Well, I think when you're single, that doesn't mean you know yourself better.
Yeah.
For example, like in like a fighting example, right? Like once you get to a certain level, your coaches want you to spar with a lot of people, tall people, skinny people, people with different rhythm and all that.
Ooh, that's like the sex that we're talking
Exactly.
about right now.
Because when you spar with different shapes and sizes, rhythms, whatever, aggression, counter fighters, those things bring different things out of you, and you learn those things about yourself. But if you never fought anyone, you really don't know who you are. Like, for example, Ron, my Muay Thai coach, he's a known pressure fighter, right? Like he like any fight you watch him on YouTube, he's taking it to him like crazy. Me and Ron have gone toe to toe, and he's taken it to me like crazy, and he's popped me in the face, popped me in the stomach, and I keep walking forward. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't know that I was also a pressure fighter. Because all of the people I look up to are Anderson Silva. They're very counter based. I'm gonna bait you, do some crazy shit. And then I'm actually much more like Mike Tyson than I am an Anderson Silva. But I wouldn't have known that because you are your own ego. So you think you're this, but you're actually this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I wished I would have dated way more, because I might think I'm like the ideal boyfriend or husband or whatever, but I might not be. I might actually be a really shitty boyfriend. And like, if I would have dated 30 girls, they might have been, maybe if 15 of them were like, man, this guy kind of sucks, then I would know that I kind of suck before even going into this relationship.
I don't know if I agree to that.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you want to date so many people?
The reason why I was saying I wanted to date more and I guess fuck more was,
And
and also,
more, so I could be a better partner for you.
that one I can agree with. Not because he's not.
No,
well,
because I feel like I am
I think-
sexually stunted and I don't even know what to ask for. I don't even know that, like, I could ask you to lick my butthole. Like, I don't even, like, there's just all these.
I haven't had more partners than you or anything, but I think it's just, I don't think it's a matter of like, maybe I'm answering my own questions here by talking to you about it. I don't think it's a matter of how many partners you've had. I think it's just knowing yourself, actually. Then I think about that. So, damn, I might retract and take back my statements.
You know what it is? I think it's however many people it takes to know yourself.
Yes.
So for me, I think
Yes.
it would take a lot of people because of how repressed I was as a kid.
Gotcha.
So you know how, like, my parents don't talk about sex, anything,
Yeah.
any love scene, turn that off. My parents got divorced, so I don't even know what affectionate parents look like. So I had a very repressed, and I did all those like monk for a day, monk for 2 week type things. So it's very Buddhist, like be celibate. It's so suppressed that I need a lot of uncovering, right? Versus kind of like someone like Ben Stiller and Meet the Fockers, like his parents, like someone that's super hipster.
Yeah.
If your mom's like already talking to you, hey honey, when you're 10 you're gonna jack off, you want to jack,
Yeah.
here's some sites that you won't get viruses, and it's super open, you might only need one sexual partner to open that up, because all you really need, you have all the knowledge already, you just need to get in the act and you kind of get it already.
Yeah.
And I think every person has a different number to achieve.
Yeah. Maybe it's when you
discovering
find,
themselves.
maybe it's when you find your person then.
Yeah.
Because then I'm thinking now, right? And I'm like, because when you were making the statement of like, yeah, I need to date a lot of people to really know if I'm a bad boyfriend or a good boyfriend or whatever. And I don't think that's true. I think you know if you're good or if you're bad, just kind of by observing others and kind of seeing what you do. At least that's how I
don't think so.
I think that's how I learned.
I don't think so, because
At least for you, that's not
it's
true.
not the case, because how many guys say they'll never hit a girl?
Every single one.
Every single one, right? How many guys have hit girls? A lot.
Yes.
There's so many domestic abuse cases.
Yeah.
They just haven't dated the one that made them beat them,
Yeah.
right? Or not made them. That's the wrong way to
I know
put
what
it.
you mean, but like
Yeah.
push them to that. And we're making a very like
Generalized statement.
yes, and we're not even including those cases of the guys that grew up watching that shit.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And girls too, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. So I'm not saying anything's okay or justifying anything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that you don't even know that.
Yeah, that you had that in you to begin with.
Yeah. Or like you don't even, so for example, even with you, right? Like I've never hit you or anything, but I've been violent where I like slammed a door, slammed a cell phone.
Yeah.
And I've never done that with any other girl, but that's also because I've never been that in love with any other girl where I'm that invested, you know?
That's cute.
Yeah. Thank you.
It was twisted, but it's so cute.
That's what I mean.
And you also didn't have a longer relationship than what, 3 months?
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like, I think like you need to go, like, you need to dive head first and get all these experiences to,
Yeah.
because I remember the first time I even slammed the door, I was like, oh shit. Like, you don't know what you're capable of. You don't really know who you are, you know? You just, every guy
You think you're like the best.
yeah, they think they're knight in shining armor
Yeah.
until you meet a fucking chola or a fucking bitch or some shit like that, you know? And then
Yeah.
you're like, are you still the knight in shining armor?
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree then with that statement. It's not the number.
Yeah.
It's the quality of the person, you know?
Yeah.
It's the person that brings it out in you.
Why do you want to bone all these dudes?
Why do I want to bone all these dudes? I think it's
Why did you want to have bone more dudes?
the first place it came from was because I'm always trying to counter a lot of my mom's small. When I was growing up, she's changed so much now. So anything I'd say about her now is me talking as like high school Geo, like constantly trying to just push back on her ideas. Like, she grew up in a very small town. So did her parents before that. So they have like these wild ideas of like, and standards of what a woman should do, how she should act. If she says a certain thing, that she belongs to this type of class. So I was always trying to prove her wrong. So one of the things that she would say is, you don't want to go out and just be like a whore, you know, like, why are you going to go and have like all these multiple partners? Like, you're just such a whore. But I'm like, well, what's wrong with that? Like, really, when we think about it, right? And we take out religion, we take out like unwanted pregnancies, right? And we take out like STDs. So we take out all the irresponsible behavior, and we take out religion, right? Like, what's really so wrong with that?
Yeah.
There really isn't anything.
Take out any subjective bias.
Yes.
And look at it objectively. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. So if there's two people that are consenting to this, right? Yeah. They come into this agreement, because that's what it is, that we're going to just, you know, share our bodies and be intimate in this way. And we're going to walk away being like, cool, I liked it, I hated it, I want to pursue more, I don't want to pursue, whatever. Like, what's really wrong with that?
Yeah.
So for me, I just was like, damn, I should have explored more. Like, I wish I just knew more of that. Because
you're talking about just from high school, Gio, or from now too?
Just, yeah, now.
I see.
Where I'm like, I think that's one thing, like, because about relationships, about everything else, you can continue to learn, right? And you can observe and you can do all that stuff. But I think with intimacy and sex and stuff, that's something that you kind of just have to be in it.
Yeah.
You know? And now it's just you and I.
Yeah.
Unless we, like, later on down the line, we're like, hey, you know what? Let's open this relationship or whatever. But then I don't even know. So I know there's a video that I did with Stacy, and she also asked you the same question, where she asks us, hey, would you ever consider doing an open relationship? And when we talked about it, we're like, I don't know, maybe. Like, maybe when the time comes, we would do it. And, like, in my mind, I always try to examine things from just different angles. You know, like, I try to flip it, twist it, and try to think about it. I don't know if I can ever really do that. Maybe that's just my own insecurity. And I feel like that might complicate a lot of things. But the reason why now I'm like, oh man, I should have done that. It's because I'm like, I don't know if I can ever want to be with anyone else. You know what I mean? Like, in that way.
Oh, and sexually.
Yeah. So then, because now I'm like, I don't know if I can enjoy it with anyone else that isn't you. Do you know what I mean? That I'm like, damn, before you, I wish I would have done that so that I can explore and learn and experience different things.
Yeah.
Not to, like, whore it up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with whoring it up either, because you're just learning stuff about yourself.
Yeah.
If you're paying attention.
Yeah.
You know, like, I feel like I wished I would have, like, tried everything. Like, even do, like, the David Cho shit where you're, like, cocaine and, like, 5 hookers, or, like, just, like, crazy shit. Like, I feel like, because for me, you know, I told you this and you think it's funny, but I'm like, if I got locked up right now and I'm away and I go to jail for a month, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, to me, life is all about experiences. So I really want to experience as much as possible, because, like, I think, like, you can't really have an experience or insight on life unless you've been through shit. Yeah. Regardless of what that means.
Do you think this is a way that you learn? Because there might be people that they might understand that experience without having to ever go through it.
I think that's impossible.
Really?
Yeah. Like, there is no movie, no book that you can read, no person that you can be as close to you and your family that's going to replace you being a Navy SEAL for 4 years.
That's true.
You know, how hard it is to go through buds on your own, to go through all the jumping out of the airplane training, the swimming in sub-zero water training, you know, like having your best friend of 2 years who's supposed to be your best man get shot in front of you, and the PTSD that you have to deal with on the helicopter ride back. Yeah. Like, no book, movie, or anything can replace that.
Yeah, that's so true.
So for me, I think, like, experiences are, like, number one. It's like the number one knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing I really loved about you when we first got together. Like, a lot of the things that, like, a lot of the pressures and limitations that were given to me growing up, like for you, you didn't even see it in that lens. Like the whoring thing, right?
Yeah.
Where like anyone else, maybe even right now, people listening, like, yeah, that is a whore. Like you would never even see it that way because for you, you're like, well, what's the intent behind that? Oh, is it the experience? Is it for knowledge? Oh, that's tight.
Yeah.
You know?
I never did it because I still have that like looming like consciousness, like you're a fucking whore. Even though logically I was like, I should. Like there's so many chicks that I dated that like I knew what they're trying to get at, but I couldn't get myself to get there.
That's wild.
Yeah, but I'm just like, man, but looking back, I'm like, I think I should have taken advantage.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay that you didn't. Yeah.
But what if I
I'm
was
good.
way better in bed and I could connect with you better emotionally and sexually?
No, I'm not that type. No,
Oh, fine.
I like the challenge.
Yeah, like there's so many chances where I was just dating chicks and I knew what they're trying to get at, you know, but I'm just like, there's just that looming internal parent that didn't let me do it.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, man, I should have done all of it and more.
I mean, you still can, right?
What do you mean?
I don't know. That was a quick head. What do you mean?
I think that's why also I a lot of the like my gang past and all that stuff, a lot of the crime and a lot of the bad things I really don't think I'm a bad person. But,
You're not a bad person at all.
Yeah, but a lot of the things that
unless I'm a bad person and we're both bad and I'm like, you're not that bad.
Yeah, but I think a lot of the things I did was just fuck it. That's the experience.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like because I really like experiences. It's like you can never know what it feels like to break a law unless you broke a law. Or you can never know what it feels like to drive 70 miles per hour when it says 65, even though you're just breaking the law by a little bit.
Yeah.
There's still a little rush that comes from like, oh shit, 70, and you look around at other cops. You know, like you just every single detail of an experience. There's just no way you can get it by just reading.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm that way too.
So when Taika is like of age, like 13, and he wants to go raving, I'm like, fuck it, dude. I'm like, that's when I went. Like if I really think like if Taika wants to fucking do all kinds of crazy shit.
You grew up too early. I like the way I grew up. You grew up too fast.
Maybe
13.
Or I don't know. I mean, who knows, right?
Okay.
Like if he has two good parents, he doesn't come from a broken home. He might not even do crazy shit. He might end up being like Mark Zuckerberg and be the most boring guy in the world, but be a billionaire. Like who knows, right?
You know, Mark, he's boring.
He looks boring as fuck.
Oh, watch, he's fucking wild, and he has the best parties.
Nah, I could tell by his hair.
Oh.
Yeah, that shit's boring.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. So like, if Taika wanted to have a crazy phase, like I think he's emotionally and intelligent enough to handle it.
Yeah.
I would let him because I think you can't replace experience.
Yeah. I just hope that I can remember what I felt like at his age and how my parents not talking to me and not explaining and not allowing certain things. I hope I can remember all of the feelings that brought me so that I can be more understanding when his time comes. Damn, just thinking about him being older makes me want to cry.
Really? Why?
Because he's so cute. He's so
cute.
little and he's so innocent. He hasn't been tainted or jaded, or he doesn't have any negative thoughts or intentions.
He's already not as innocent as...
He's not sneaky.
In my mind, he's already not as innocent as when I first met him.
Well, now he's self-aware. Before, he didn't even know he was himself.
Exactly. And he has agendas.
But his agendas are all good agendas. They're not like, I'm going to set my dog on fire. I'm not going to steal from my mom.
Yeah, but he also like digs in the trash can. I already told him not to.
Yeah, because he's like, ooh, what is that?
Exactly.
But that's not bad. That's what I'm saying, the intentions.
Before, he didn't even know the trash can existed.
Okay. What's your point, baby?
So he was way more innocent before.
Well, he's still innocent.
He's
I'm
corrupt now.
No, like it makes me so sad. We were just having that conversation too the other day where I was like, man, it makes me sad to think that Taika's going to get exposed to negativity and people putting him down and people making fun of him, you know?
Yeah.
And like pointing out like insecurities that maybe he didn't even know were there until someone says it and he's like, oh yeah, that is weird.
One side of me, I'm like, man, that's so sad too. But the other side, I like giving people hardship because once again, that's who you learn who you are, and that's how you become stronger.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm there, but my heart, so my brain goes, fuck yeah, like he needs to go through all of that. Like he needs to get bullied. He needs to like maybe get in a fight or something, you know? I don't want to like shelter my child from any of that because that's just not realistic.
Yeah.
For me to be like, yeah, make sure that nobody yells at him or whatever. I'm like, dude, that's not like, sometimes people are going to yell at you. Did you deserve it? That might be another conversation, you know? Like,
Yeah.
are they continuously doing that to you? That's abusive now. Now I got to step in. But like kids just roughhousing and doing shit like that. Like, I'm like, hey, that's just part of it. And that's going to mold you to be who you are. Like, how are you going to confront it? Or are you going to run away? Like, what kind of person are you going to be? So yeah, I'm definitely not going to shelter him from that. In my mind, I'm like, cool, he needs that. But my heart goes, oh, no, leave my baby.
Big cutie.
Yeah. That's my little baby.
Do you feel like you have any experiences that you would have missed out on, or do you think you have the same philosophy like me, like you want to experience different shit?
Wait, say that again. What's the first part?
Like, do you know, like for me, like I feel like life is all about experiences.
Yeah.
So I always want to experience as much as possible in the time that I have.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have that same approach?
I do, but for me, it's not so much. It's more about experiencing things with specific people. Yeah. Like I want to experience things with people I enjoy around me. And maybe it's not even like specific things. I think I want to experience specific situations with people. Yeah.
I want to experience everything with you. But
That's cute. Me too.
I know, but I know you don't like half the things I like.
I like experience. So name a thing that I haven't dipped my toe in. Name one thing that you do that I never did it.
Scuba diving.
Okay, you only did it what? Once or twice? Yeah, but I would not scuba, but I'd snorkel with you all the time. Not the same, I know. But if you did it enough, I'm sure I would do it. And that's the only thing you've named in 10 years.
What about shooting?
I did a competition.
You did, but I want to do more. I want to do more.
No, that's not the point I'm making.
What's
You're
the
just
point
saying
of
you're
making?
just saying that I'm letting you know that I always experience everything with you,
so
and I
awesome.
want to.
Yeah.
So anything that I see that you're into,
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, let's try it.
That's cutie.
Yeah. Like a lot of the shit that I got into, I fucking don't like it. But I'm like, you like it, so because it makes you happy, it makes me happy. Let's do it.
What is it gonna take for you to keep doing it instead of just doing it the first time?
I have to like it for myself.
True. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I don't push a lot of shit on you.
Why don't you? Because I want you to push shit on me.
Fine.
I like doing shit with you too.
Fine.
I remember you like playing volleyball, and I was asking if you want to go play volleyball.
You
every
asked
week.
too much where you became so fucking pushy. I'm like, dude, let's just chill, dude. Just chill.
Didn't you have a fun time when I went to go play volleyball with you the one time?
What?
Did you have fun when I went to go play volleyball with you that one time?
When?
Like 2008 or something?
Probably. Yeah, maybe I did.
Yeah.
I'm sure I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Why did you want to do more things? I could go do them with you.
I'm starting to.
What's starting? What are you doing?
So I am doing the cooking thing. So that's really cool.
That's
I'm getting
pretty
into a little bit of baking. And now I'm like getting back into like my makeup stuff that I wanted to do. For those of you that don't know, when I was in high school, I was so obsessed with makeup, and this is long before internet was even a thing. So I even like bought books on makeup, and I wouldn't read much, but makeup books I did have, and I would just study it, and I would like learn from it. And then I just had to stop because that's just not going to make money, right? And then I did, and I stopped this whole time, and like makeup just became amazing. And now that I'm like back to like focusing on myself, 10 years later, I guess. Yeah, I'm getting back into all that stuff, like beauty and makeup and stuff. I think it's so cool. Like I love doing things that make my space, my surroundings beautiful. So like interior design I like, decor I like clothes and like fragrances and makeup. Like I like anything that makes my surroundings beautiful.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like keep looking at Instagram and like I wish I was a paramedic.
What? Okay, continue.
And then I like, you know, I'm just all about experiences. You know how there's like last year I was going through a thing where I'm like, oh, man, should I go back into the reserves?
Oh yeah. Oh, is that gone now?
Oh hell no, it's like stronger than ever.
Ah, fuck me, dude.
So I just like I always like have these urges to do things, and I'm like, man, I just wish I did more and I was able to experience more. So like any one of those like really quick seminars, I'm always like super happy about, because obviously I can't switch roles and become a paramedic and spend 2 years to become one. But if I can go to a tactical trauma casualty care course, cool. I get to do that and kind of.
What the fuck? That. You looked into it, huh? Because you knew a very specific name.
Yeah, it's called the TCCC. Yeah, and they have it like all different companies have them. And I want to get into that, so I at least get a feel of what that feels like. And even doing the shooting class with the special forces dude, I get a feeling of what it feels like to be in the presence of special forces, you know?
Yeah.
And even though I am scared of heights, like I still want to go rock climbing. I still want to go skydiving. Like
You're such a badass.
Why? Even though I'm scared of heights?
Yeah, because people would say, okay, look at David. I love David, but he's like, I'm afraid of heights. I ain't doing that shit. But you're like, I'm afraid of heights, but fuck, I want to do it. I'm going to do it. I have to do it.
And I think when you're scared of something, all that's really happening is you're looking at it the wrong way. I think that's what it really is.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people that go, free solo, like where they scale a mountain, no hooks or nothing, right? And they're just going like this and they hang.
They're missing some shit in their brain.
Those guys, a lot of them would never base jump.
What?
Yeah. Because they can't me just fall and then fucking pull a chute and have seconds to make decisions.
It's like, but you have a chute where you normally don't have shit.
Yeah, but for them, they're like, I trust my fingers. I don't trust this fucking stupid gliding mechanism. And then there's people that base jump that are terrified of hanging onto a rock. And I think it's just ways of looking at it.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm scared of both, but I can see how I would need to start changing my mind so I can absorb the information. So I think for skydiving, what I need to do, instead of looking at it like I'm jumping out of an airplane, I have to just look at it in the way of I have 5 minutes to pull 2 different cords or whatever in the correct order.
How the fuck does that make it easier? that just makes it way more fucking nerve-wracking.
5 minutes to pull a cord? That's way easier. You know what I mean?
For me, I'm just going to jump out of a plane. That sounds way easier than I only have 5 minutes to pull a cord and hopefully
jumping out of a plane sounds crazy. You're like, why am I in the air at 1,000 feet and I'm jumping out of the air like I'm not a bird. I don't have wings. So that sounds crazy, like jumping off a building.
It's all perspective, baby.
Yeah, but if you look at it in a way where oh wait, so all I gotta do is 5 minutes. I just have to pull a cord the right way.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not bad. So
but when you're on the ground right here, safe and sound, it's not bad.
What do you mean?
To think that way.
Yeah, but so now you just gotta slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Progress it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that your mind works like that. That's amazing.
Because I know that's how jump school works. I think you jump off a 5-foot wall, then a 10-foot wall, like a 20-foot wall, 40-foot wall, and they all have different instruments for you to slowly learn it. That's why, a side of me, the part that makes me really want to join the military is that I want to get my jump wings, which is being airborne. Because to me, there's also a difference between skydiving and being a skydiver. Skydiving, you're just doing the experience, but
you don't really know anything.
Yeah, you're not really learning it or doing it.
Yeah, it doesn't become a tool in your shed. It's just I did that thing.
Yeah, you did that. It's like I ate a chili.
Yeah.
But being a skydiver,
you planted it.
You know what it takes to do.
Yeah.
It's like scuba diving, right? I took the course. I know what it takes to go from surface down to 50 feet sea versus if I was just all of a sudden teleported there and I'm just down there floating around.
Yeah. What did you get from that? Yeah. Now I just know what the ocean looks like.
And that's why I want the military, because I know they have the classes and courses like that.
Well, I love that you think that way. Unfortunately, I'm not going to agree to you going to the military.
I know.
So find an alternative.
I know. I'm probably not going to do it.
Then yeah.
But there's always other classes like TCC and
You're just looking at it the wrong way.
But you better believe once we buy our new house, I'm also gonna set up haystacks in the backyard so I can practice archery.
Okay, well we're not gonna have a backyard.
Why? Well, I thought we were gonna get a nice big backyard for Taika.
I do want a big backyard.
Me and Taika to play in.
I want Taika to not. I want Taika to have a year-round tan. That's my goal.
That's cutie.
Yeah, I want him to be this little Filipino kid.
We need to have a pool then. Most kids with pools that swim a lot, they're always tan. They're dark.
That's my goal for this kid. I want him to be tan all year round.
Is he growing up the way you want him to so far?
Yeah. 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 I mean, he's slowly becoming a person to me.
Yeah.
So these past few months have been pretty cool. He's kind of like doing his own little thing. So I'm just kind of letting him do that. I think once the resistance starts coming and he starts talking back and he has his own intentions.
He's already talking back.
That's true. Then that's when I know if I'll... So I am kind of strong with him. Like, he does fear me. I'll be like I just give him the death stare and he already knows, like, oh, I fucked up. And a part of me is like, damn, am I coming off too strong? Like,
I think you're not coming off strong enough.
Oh, really? Because I don't want to... So I still want him to... I like him to be feisty. Like, I want him to have his wants and his desires and whatever. But I also want him to know who the boss is.
I think every organism, creature will always have its wants and desires.
Fine. I just don't want to suppress who he is. I don't want to change who he is.
I don't think you will. I think it's the frequency and the things that you give him the death stare on.
I see.
So if he's like let's say he does 20 moves in a day, if all 20 you give him the death stare, I think he's like, fuck this world, to survive you got to be safe and I'm going to suppress everything.
That's true.
But if it's just a few things, like few big things, but on those things you're like hard on them, I think he's like, oh shit, these things matter. Like, I haven't given him the death stare. So probably
I don't even know if you have a death stare.
Do I have a death stare?
I don't think you have.
Have I ever given you the death stare?
No, I've given you the death stare.
Oh. Well,
I don't
like,
think you have a death stare.
well,
Yours is 0 to 100.
Well, if I ever give him like a really stern, like, hey, like whatever, like, that's going to mean a lot. Because he's never gotten anything like that from me.
Yeah.
You know? But I think like, but
we're going to get so tested.
But I'm also just because I see you taking care of him.
Yeah.
So I'm actually learning a lot from you because I don't know too much about kids. So I just see you and I'm like,
I don't know shit about kids either.
I'm mainly in awe the whole time.
I don't know shit about kids.
Awesome. Well, you know way more than me. You know how to deal with emotions way more than me.
Emotions, I guess. I know how to feel them.
Back. Like, I see you like feed him and you're getting like frustrated. You just want to eat whatever. And then like and a switch flips where he's laughing and you're laughing. Like, for me, if I got frustrated,
you're stuck there.
I'm like, fuck that. We're both going to be frustrated for the next 3 hours.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you want to play on the fucking jungle gym? Fuck that. I'm taking that shit apart. See what you did?
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Lucky Taika.
That's why I'm just watching you, and I'm like, oh, cool. That's what you do. Cool. Awesome.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, the ability to flip back and forth of, like, being negative and positive and negative positive. I'm like, damn, that's awesome. I never knew that. Because for me, it's like the way I grew up, when shit gets fucked up, it's held like that for a long time. Aww. My mom doesn't talk to me for like 3 days. My dad doesn't talk to me for like 3 days.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's never been like that for me. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Like, if I fuck up, it's almost like I'm not their son for those 3 days.
Damn, dog.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
I didn't grow up like that. It was like, all right, you fucked up. Okay, well, we leave that over there. Moving on. Let's go.
That's awesome.
Damn.
I never had that.
Well, I got a lot to teach you, baby.
Thank
You're going to
you.
experience so much in these next 18 years that he's going to be with us. God damn. 19. Wait, no. 17. He's already a year and a half. He's a year and a half. Oh, my God, you guys. Where's this time going? Speaking of the time. I'm just kidding.
What time is it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Speaking of the time.
I know. I always have such a good time when it's just us two.
Really?
Not to knock on any of our guests. I love having guests here.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy these conversations with you because I get to connect with you.
That's pretty cutie.
Yeah.
I like connecting with you too.
Thanks, baby. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of BeawCast Connect.
It kind of reminds me of our old, remember, boyfriend girlfriend videos, but just like a 1 hour long version of it.
Yeah, that was really cute.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.